all the troops at KKR had put their hand up today, and we know how cool Shreyas is as a captain. He's got that swag about himself, and we have a whole lot of cool moments from today's game. So let's have a look at the carrier room air conditioner coolest moment of the match. Quite a few high-scoring match from KKR's point of view, and then a quick wrap by KKR with the ball. So do you all have your coolest moments?
I've got mine, which is, Stark getting the wicket of Ashwin Kulkarni. Fabulous catch by Ramandeep Singh. He was nowhere near the ball. He ran apparently, according to the commentators and the analytics, 18 meters, 54 feet he ran to take the catch. But the interesting one, another fielder was running. He suddenly looks at him from the corner of his eye, then adjusts, and then he suddenly moves left and takes the catch. Just put his hand out and took it. It was lucky, but what a catch. Let's say there was generous dollops of luck with it, but it was that catch was a very, very cool moment for me.
Yeah, the coolest moment for me was that little ball boy taking the catch. That little span of 30 seconds where he takes the catch, then they pan to Jonty Rhodes. Jonty Rhodes is giving him a round of applause, says, "I want to sign you up." And then he goes, "Yes," like that would be my absolute dream to be signed up. That was so cool. I enjoyed that moment.
So both catches today were the coolest moments for Joyda and for Simon. I think for me, I would want to go with Russ getting those 2 wickets because they were very crucial wickets. So for me, maybe the coolest moment was what Andre Russ did on the field with the ball today. Let's have a look at what you all have to write in and see what your coolest moments for the day were. Shaji James says, there we have it. That catch by the ball boy off the bat of Stoinis is the coolest carrier moment for Shaji. Joyda agrees there. Next up, Sushant Modi says, Kolkata's unreal consistency in this edition with all departments clicking. I'm sure Joyda agrees to that as well.
Oh,
Next
absolutely.
up.
I totally agree with that.
Next up, Ansh Sharma says, Narayan redefining the definition of MVP.
Okay, MVP is supposed to be a race. Okay, so suppose you have a race and suppose you have Bolt running.
Yes.
Okay, so if Bolt finishes 100 meters, if you finish at 95, that's a race that's close, 97, 98, all the guys will be finishing here. Right now, in the MVP race, okay, Narayan is on 344 points. Okay, Virat is on 220 points.
Wow.
Okay, 224, 120 points ahead. 120 points ahead is literally like Bolt finishing the 100 meters and the next guy 2/3 of the way down. That's the difference.
Wow. So there is no catching up with him, is there?
It looks really, really difficult under circumstances. Even if he has a lot of off days, it looks really difficult.
But Paulie, the Andre Russ wicket of Stoinis as a bowler, I thought maybe you'd also agree that it was a very important wicket, and we know that Stoinis and Pooran were those 2 people who can change the game around, and he's gotten both Stoinis and Pooran.
Yeah, we discussed at the halfway show that those 2 were the ones who would have to kind of produce the goods. So to come on and pick those 2 up, we could see by his celebrations that he just quietly enjoyed it.
Yes.
One thing getting out a fellow all-rounder in Stoinis, and another thing getting out a fellow countryman. When you get a fellow countryman out, you enjoy it. You got bragging rights for a while. So as I say, I'm just loving his energy that he's on about. And as far as the MVP goes, you've got to remember too, there's a good chance that Kolkata go through to the playoffs.
Yep.
And the next MVP player will probably be finished.
He won't be at the playoffs, so there is no catching up then.
So you've got to actually probably look at the 3rd place to work out the exact...
Who is Phil Salt, who's also a teammate.
Oh.
So it's now going to be a race between Phil Salt and Sunil Narayan, but like you said, it's very difficult to catch up.
And Narayan bowls.
Yes. And Narayan bowls, of course, so more points there. But these were our carrier room air conditioner coolest moment of the match. Thank you so much for writing in. We always love it when you come and write in with cool moments.